terrifying, like the last act. So I bet you're wondering what a sensible guy like me is doing on this stage. I really don't know. I'm looking at myself in the mirror though, trying not to look at you. You're probably also thinking that I've rehearsed this. If 2 hours ago at your friend's flat saying, I don't know what I'm going to say as rehearsal, then I have rehearsed. I'm ready to go. So I'm not really one for like reading or like politics and stuff like that, so I'm just going to tell you a little bit more about me. My name's Tom, I'm from Cambridge. I wasn't smart enough to go to Cambridge, so I ended up in Swansea. It was fun times, it was good. Met the first true love of my life, and you know what it's like as a teenager, I was quite excited. We've been going quite well for a while. So I thought, I'll book a little hotel room, nice car for the weekend. We'll go back to my hometown, maybe a bit of punting, you know, fun times. So it's all agreed, we'd travel back, get there early to the pub looking sharp, meet a friend. So I'm like, oh, hey, how's it going? One of them says to me, like, words you don't really want to hear, this is Tom, Claire's ex. I look a little bit surprised, didn't quite know what had happened in 24 hours, wished I'd picked a closer university, where she might have actually kept with me, but yeah, and she just looked at me and said, oh, she hasn't told you. Awkward moment. I've now got a hotel room. I know I'm a good-looking guy, but trying to pick up a date in 3 hours in the middle of Cambridge, not the best. Ended up with a hairy friend of mine and a lot of champagne. Nothing too much happened, but yeah, it was good times. So end up back on the dating scene. So go back to uni, finish up uni, met the second true love of my life. This one's like going really well. But I'm sure you've all been there. You get a few years in and there's like some sort of ultimatum or some sort of commitment. Mine was particularly high maintenance, and that was getting married. So I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I get engaged. It's all going quite well. We're living together and stuff. Anyway, a few years go by, and I'm kind of there on a Sunday morning, as you are, just reading the magazine. Sort of say to her, like, yeah, aren't we getting married at some point? Comes down the stairs, just looks at me quite blankly, and goes, like that will ever happen, and walks off. Again, starting to question myself. Not quite sure. Not quite sure this is the best thing, so I get back on the dating scene, but it's got fucking tough now, like I'm a little bit older. Turns out you need the perfect job, you need the perfect clothes, all this stuff. So I got on my first date after her, and it's going pretty smoothly, it's looking quite good. I'm like, pretty much sex is on the cards here, it's looking pretty good as we're leaving. Go back to hers. Unfortunately, she looked down at my shoe wear and said, I'm not sleeping with you in those. I did say to her, I can take my shoes off, it's not a fetish of mine, but it wasn't enough apparently, and you couldn't see anyone get down the shoe shop faster than me on Sunday. So yeah, anyway, it's gone by a little bit longer, got another girl now, and yeah, again, back to the ultimatums. This one was, I really want you to do 5 minutes stand-up to a load of people. Bit different, bit more surreal, but here I am, so trying to save my relationship, and if not, I'll be back down on the dating scene, if this isn't good enough. And I'll see you in the bar if any of you single people have me. Thanks very much, and yeah, good night.